Next up on the 2024-2025 CVC Winter Sports Media Day Tour is the Berkshire Wrestling Team. Head coach Dave Malkus there in the back. Coach, thanks for being here. Why don't you give us a quick preview? What can we expect out of the Badgers on the mat this winter?
We got a lot of young guys coming up. I think we got about 10 to 12 freshmen and sophomores. Some of them were able to get some varsity time last year. And then we got a couple of guys returning who have over 500 records. The three that we have, Danny Tiller in the purple, was a district qualifier, lost to two district placers last year. We got Preston Garling in the middle. He's a senior this year, has won probably close to 50 matches. And then Charlie Prosser, last year wasn't his best year with a lot of injuries that he had to deal with, so we only got like 5 matches total last year. But got some experience coming back with them and a couple other kids who should help us score some points at tournaments.
Outstanding. All right, I'll come back to you after I talk to the guys. Danny, we'll start with you up front. For the folks at home, just introduce yourself. Name, grade, and what weight you plan to wrestle.
Yeah, my name is Danny Tiller. I'm a junior, and I plan to wrestle 190.
So last year, district qualifier, you won a match down there. How satisfied were you with your performance throughout the year?
I was pretty satisfied. I was injured mostly for the beginning part of the year, so I came back from that and played 6 sectionals, and then I didn't make it through district. So next year, I just want to make sure I make it through that tournament.
What did you learn at districts that's going to help you this time around?
Yeah, you just got to give it 100% every match, and there's no room for error.
Yeah, every kid there is good. No, you can't take any time off with those guys. But yeah, just looking at the off season, what did you do to put into work for this year?
Yeah, I've been lifting, and we do a lot of summer tournaments, so just wrestling and weightlifting.
How much development have you seen in your game as a wrestler?
I've seen a lot. I think I've come a long way, so I just hope to keep that up.
What's your strength? What do you like to do? You like to be on your feet, on the mat?
Yeah, I like on my feet a lot, I would say, is my strong suit.
What's your favorite setup and takedown?
My favorite setup is like a pull to an ankle pick.
Being this year, since you like to be on your feet so much, takedown went to 3 points. How's that going to change the way you approach things?
I think that's going to be pretty big for me since I can, get a lot of takedowns, and I'm not my best on top, so just keep up the takedowns.
Keep letting them up, taking them down. I like it. Who are some of the other guys on the team that have been challenging you, helping you get better in the preseason?
Yeah, I got Preston next to me here, so he helps me out a lot, keeps me on edge, and we just got a lot of guys that are good in the room.
And what are your goals for the year?
This year I want to make it to states and see how far I can go there.
Sounds good. Good luck to you. Preston, on to you. For the folks at home, introduce yourself. Name, grade, and what weight you plan to wrestle.
Preston Garling. I'm 12th grade, and I'm wrestling 175.
You were district qualifier as well, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. What did you learn at districts that's going to help you become a better wrestler?
Be prepared and know that those guys are just as good as you and probably better.
All right. You're a senior this year. What are you doing to help provide some leadership to all those younger kids that are on the team?
Show them that they need to be respectful and never don't quit and be mentally strong for every match that they come against.
How much have you grown as a wrestler from the time you started until senior year?
Freshman year, I only had one win on my whole season, and then throughout on, I just kept on growing. Each year with a couple more matches I won, and then junior year I came out with going to district, so I'm hoping this year I can go to states.
That's impressive. From one win to a district qualifier in 2 years, so congrats on that. What was the big difference for you? What led to that big improvement?
The big improvement was just putting my mindset right and keeping myself driven to achieve goals I wanted to have myself go to and not quitting.
Who are the guys on the team that you're wrestling with in practice helping you to get better?
Right now, Cameron Peterson. Danny, unfortunately, I injured his foot, so hoping he can come back soon. And the coaches, too, they've been helping me out with practice, so they've been all giving me a good look.
All right, and what are your goals for the year?
To make it to get 100, to be able to have 100 matches won and be able to go states.
How close are you to that 100 win barrier?
From what Dave said, I think I had 50 now.
All right, so that's a lot of wins this year. Go get them. All right, Charlie, on to you. Name, grade, and what weight you plan to wrestle.
Charlie Prosser. I'm a senior. I plan 132 or 126.
All right, so you're in there with a lot of those younger guys. Talk a little bit about some of those young guys. Who's coming up that's showing some promise?
Jake Ulatowski, he's a freshman. He's pretty good. He did pretty good last year. Caden Klingman is also pretty good, very good wrestler.
Talk about the intensity in the room. How's that going?
It's been pretty intense for the first couple weeks and kind of just ramping it up from here.
When you look at the season, it's a long season. What keeps you motivated throughout the year?
Just wanting to win.
All right. What's your strength as a wrestler?
I'm pretty decent on my feet.
How is the point system going to work in your favor?
Try and get a lot of takedowns.
All right. Give me your goals for the year.
Stay healthy and progress and be successful.
That should be goal number one for everybody. Stay healthy. Right, Danny?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right. All right, Dave, back to you. Just talk a little about some of the other guys that are going to be in the lineup.
So we got Jake Ulatowski, like Charlie said. He's going to be a freshman. Should have some wins. He's going to take some thumps on the head, trying to just understand the high school style now. We got Danny Oth, who was a backup last year, but probably would have started at some places. He's going to be tough. I think him being at the right weight will be really well for him. Caden Klingman's gonna have to sit out for a little bit with an injury, but when he comes back, I mean, he lost in the placement round at districts last year, so he went 2-2. So he's got a lot of natural ability, and this year he was working a little bit more in the off season to understand some stuff, and then got another freshman named Vance Rice. It seems like he's really athletic, but it's also trying to get him to understand it's not going to be power, that technique that's going to win matches.
How has the point system changed the way you're approaching your coaching? Is that something you're working toward?
Yeah. Prosser was joking around with me in summer because when it got announced, he was like, we're going to spend a lot of time on our feet, which is where my strength has been as a wrestler and I think as a coach. So we spent a lot of time on our feet. I mean, getting 3 takedowns, if you can get 3 takedowns, that's 9 points at this point. And if you can get an escape, you're almost at a major pretty much there with one ride out. So it'll be good with that. I like that. And trying to get all the kids to understand it's just score.
Right. All right. And last one for you is just kind of define success for your team this year. I know the goal is always to get as many kids to state as possible, but there are other ways to be successful in wrestling. How do you define it for your team?
We've really tried to take a Penn State approach and making practice fun. So getting the kids to enjoy practice. We normally try to play like 3 games a week just in the middle of practice. So if you're enjoying practice, you're going to enjoy what they do with the work, which means you're going to have more fun and less stress out on the mat. So getting them to love the sport with just understanding the sport and not the stress of the sport.
Outstanding. All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate you and the guys taking some time out of the day to preview your season. I wish you the best of luck on the mat this year.
Thank you. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you.